Thank you so much, Graham. Now, some people may think that everyone has an equal chance at having a purposeful and meaningful life, but the reality is that substance abuse, crime, child abuse, gangsterism, rape, HIV and AIDS can set a whole community back from their true potential. Now, that's why the Second Chance Trust works tirelessly to give these communities a second chance to get a real lease on life. And we're being joined this morning by the CEO, Stacey Doorly-Jones, to tell us more about how it all works. Stacey, good morning. Welcome to our show. It's so wonderful to have you here.
Morning, Leanne. Thank you so much for inviting us.
I love what you're doing, but do you just want to contextualize what kind of services does Second Chance offer?
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Really, so Second Chance was started in 2012 and really was birthed from the founder, Jared Smith, in terms of his personal journey and struggles to overcome addiction. And we connected together about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, with my own personal story around and healing with horses, and pulled that together and really looked around at, you know, what are some of the different methods that need to be used to actually get to work with people effectively. And I think often with your own personal stories, and once you've been there, it moves people so much more because you can understand, you know, you get them.
Absolutely.
So we do a lot of different types of interventions. So it's, you know,
what are some of those?
So some early intervention program would be your Basic Life Choices program, which was founded by Jared and really looks at the young school-going pupil. Sharing his life story and then actually taking them through different workshops, you know, making choices, healthy choices, and, you know, we never ever say don't do. I think the ethos at Second Chance is this is you know, let's have a look at the consequences if you make that decision. So you need to get them from a young age.
Absolutely.
We then have an intervention program, which, you know, obviously is my huge passion, is the horses, the equine program.
Yeah, because you touched on a little bit earlier on your personal experiences, and do you maybe want to tell us how your personal experiences led to the equine program?
Sure. So, you know, I had a pretty traumatic childhood, and horses were the most beautiful and natural creatures that brought me through the pain, and they took me on a journey of healing. And they moved me to such an extent that I felt if I could be moved to the extent that I was, that other people could as well. And then that powerful connection, you know, as a partnership with, you know, with Jared and the team, have really aced it.
That is so powerful. That is so powerful. Now, there's the Grande Ihashi Summer Ball fundraiser that's happening. Do you want to tell us more about that, and where will the proceeds be used?
Right. Okay. So thanks very much for that.
It's a pleasure.
So we're having the Grande Ihashi Summer Ball, and it's the Xhosa name for horse.
Oh,
at the Grand Africa Cafe and Beach on the 22nd of February. And it's, you know, being hosted by Nick Rabinovitz. We've got some pretty impressive chefs and DJ Rene and Chef Chen and so on.
Awesome.
An amazing committee of people that have been putting this together, like Carol Bauer, and Rene Leonard Feinstein, Denise Durgan, Sue Lerm, Julie Killius. I mean, they've all just come together and are putting on this amazing opportunity. And the funds are going to go directly to the programs, which is your equine program, Basic Life Choices program, and then there's also the World is Your Stage, which is a hip-hop program,
love that.
For kiddies, that, you know, just getting them out of bad choices and so on, and giving them something inspirational to tap into and work towards.
So important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so inspired by the work that you're doing, and you're giving, you know, so many people who might not have thought that they have other options in life a second chance to, you know, to have a new lease on life. But just some more details, if you would like tickets, they're going for 2,000 Rand, and there's also an auction for some outstanding art and fashion pieces as well. It's taking place on the 22nd of February. It's a Thursday at Grand Africa Cafe. And of course, you can respond to Shanae Potgieter at shanae@secondchance.co.za. And of course, you can find out more about the equine program as well, Second Chances.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, earlier we were with the CEO of the Second Chance Trust, Stacey Doorly-Jones, to chat about the great rehabilitation and upliftment initiatives that they provide for communities in the Western Cape. Now we're joined by Patrick Swartz, a participant in the Second Chance Equine program, to talk about the new lease on life that he has been able to get. Patrick, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Do you want to just maybe contextualize for us way back in June 2016 when you joined the equine program? Where were you at that place in your life, and why the decision to take part?
Okay, I can take you guys back. The time I was involved in gangsterism interaction. And we as a family having a great loss in our family. One of my eldest brother's son was being shot dead 3 times through his head, and that was make a decision, and I went to the equine program, and I think it was the best decision I ever made.
And what were some of the transformations that took place in your life, some of the positive things that you started to experience?
I've the positive things in my life that I realized that I was found my real me, and the decisions I make, I'm really grateful for the decisions I make, because there's many youngsters out there on streets running wild with guns and start killing each other, and I'm making those decisions, and to making the right decisions. And what I do, I went to schools and motivate children, And
I think what a lot of people don't realize is that for many youths in those areas, they're born into that life and they don't know that there's another life out there. So we're very grateful and happy that you were able to find a second chance at life.
Yeah.
But what are your aspirations now that you found the second chance?
In my community where I used to live, our communities are struggling with the greatest battles like gangsterism and drugs. And now many youngsters in our communities, they're looking up to me as a role model. They're looking up to me as a pioneer, and I really appreciate the attention that I get from my communities in to live a possible life and a positive life.
And for any youth that's maybe watching you, not even youth, maybe anybody right now that's maybe found themselves in a difficult position, they have no way to turn, what would your words of motivation be to them?
My words of motivation to the youth out there is to making the right decisions in life. And we as people are not perfect. And making the right decisions is not easy, but at the end of time, it's worth it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. Yes, you, Stacey.
And Patrick has been drug-free from the moment he stepped into the equine program. The day he stepped in the equine program, he stopped using. So he's been clean for 2.5 years and completely out of gangs. And that's what he does, is he uses his time now to actually he recruits for the good.
Oh, that's amazing.
And brings kids. And he's also now partly facilitating. So what we've done is actually brought him in we are mentoring him to be a mentor, and he is now working with the younger generation. It's beautiful to watch him with the horses. So
that is so inspiring. Thank you so much, Stacey and Patrick, for being here and of course sharing your stories with us. And I know that you want to know this, but if you're interested in attending the Second Chance Grande Ihashi Summer Ball fundraiser, and I do implore you to do so, tickets are going for 2,000 Rand, and there's also an auction for some outstanding art and fashion pieces. It takes place on Thursday, the 22nd of February at Grand Africa Cafe. Now, to RSVP, you have to respond to Shanae Potgieter at secondchance.co.za. Everybody has the right to a second chance at a real lease on life.